Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We're expecting a full house this afternoon. We've got an anticipated clash here, as we'll see a squad out of the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the fourth-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Buckeyes offense comes on the field first today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Grab down the middle. It's Tate.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
That completion makes it second and medium. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Tackle made after the completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been, and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. And the wideout goes in motion. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And he pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He makes the grab. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense, but they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Down and short on the 8th play of this opening drive. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Can he make it to the marker? Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Howard. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Trying to find room. It's Henderson. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Strong opening drive. This is the 11th play coming up. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Trying to connect from 40 yards out. And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Wildcats offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Pulls it in. It's McMillan. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The punt team making their way on the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And they've got the returner corralled. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Scanning the field. It's Howard. He bought some time. Now lets it go. Short throw complete to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. That completion makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. That roughing the passer gives the offense a first down. Quarterback keeps the football. As the first down is still going. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's past the 45. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the quarterback keeps it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. He'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's second down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to pass this time. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now the important point after attempt. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Incompletion makes it second down. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw over the middle. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And the ball is hauled in. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he finds the running back in the flat. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
There's a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Looking to pass here on second down. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And this time it's complete. Stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. First and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Looks left and finds his target there. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for just 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. He'll hand it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. Returner looking to create better field position. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
The linebacker shifting around now. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. There's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice game.
Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back to just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss, and they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, with no chance at all. Defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. He's got it near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple of yards from the goal line.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. It's the Jets sweep here on 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll take the lead in the 2nd half. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, so the lead is 17-14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
To the air, it's Fafita. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
1st down and 10. Tailback with another carry. Makes a nice move there. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. The shotgun handoff here. Gets into space at the 50. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. Tight end goes in motion. On first down, it's play action. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here would be 55 yards. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there? Field goal try. No good. He missed it. Missed chance to tie this game, still down by 3.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Eludes a tackle. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Looking to throw. It's Howard. Receiver makes the grab. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Caught over the middle. It's McMillan. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. A completion makes it 2nd and short. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency, and that's a great example that he's up to it.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the grab. It's Patterson. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the football. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Touchdown, Wildcats. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
Extra point try coming now. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 during the final quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. It comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? The pass is intercepted. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing him the game.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Arizona has now moved into the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep. tackle, but forced down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.